Hey guys, what's going on? It's Talk Forest TV. We're all back again, actually. We've got Jack to my left.
Hello.
Um, let's put it. We're all here for another Red and White, actually, fifth episode. Been a bit busy with Forest, especially with the football being back this weekend. But we're all going to start talking about England losing to Italy in that devastating way. What do you
Yeah.
think of it?
I think first off, I think England were definitely the better team by quite a way. To be honest, I think um, we had that ball that split the defence that came out from the back. Trippier was getting the balls in, Shaw getting up high, Kane dropping in deep, causing problems. And then second half, it looked like the game had flipped on his head. Mancini had done some really smart changes for his team and his lineup and his tactical approach, and we just didn't know what to do. There was large parts of the game we were chasing shadows. We had a bit, to be fair, towards the end of extra time, but we were holding on for large parts, and Pickford really kept us in it. And then a cruel way to lose in the final, but you've got to give a lot of respect to every player that stood up. And to put the weight of a country on a 19-year-old's shoulders, I don't know whether he put himself forward, said he would take one or not, but you've got to give him a lot of props for doing that, a lot of respect, because it's not easy at all.
No, especially, I mean, the amount of abuse he has got since that penalty miss. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
it's
awful.
ridiculous. Yeah,
Yeah, so I
I
give,
mean,
I give him a do.
yeah, I think you know it's the worst thing about it is it's coming from grown men. Like, you'd think by now they would probably have understand that it's not the best way to handle a defeat, and it's just really immature from people who you'd expect to be a bit more grown up than that. And it's just awful to see. You step like if he was to score the winner, he should be the most loved man in the country, and everyone would be singing his name, but he missed it, and he gets all this. So it's awful
Yeah,
to see.
yeah. I mean, hopefully the World Cup's next year. So hopefully that now they've gone from the semis and got over that barrier and get to the final,
Mm,
they might.
yeah. I mean, they'll
Um,
grow from this, and they'll be stronger. Those who missed, those who played in this game will be stronger. They'll know how it felt to lose, and it will just push them on and spur them on that little bit extra, just to go that little bit more and actually get the job done. So, and I don't think it's a bad thing that the World Cup's only a year and a half away, because it'll be still fresh in their minds. They'll still, have that that feeling of how it felt fresh in their mind, and they'll want to go again and make sure they don't feel that like they did obviously this time around.
yeah, yeah. I mean, hopefully it does, and hopefully that they don't do a Forest.
Yes, yes, yeah, definitely would not
Yeah,
be good.
yeah. I mean, talking about Forest, I mean, a lot has happened this weekend, especially with Forest playing on Saturday against Alfreton. I mean, it was a good
Mm.
way to start pre-season. I mean, I know it's only Alfreton, but us winning will get that bit of momentum and confidence going.
Yeah, I mean, you can't expect it to be a lightning performance, where we're playing at the top of our game, because we have had a good couple of months off football, off competitive games, or not really competitive, but off games where you're going to be at match tempo. So, a nice 2-1 win where you saw some players like Forner. I was really impressed with him. Da Costa actually surprised me, to be honest. I mean, I know it was only Alfreton, but he looked quite promising, and I think a decent little 2-1 win to set the ball rolling and get back into the football. And yeah, it's positive scenes, I'd say.
Yeah, I mean, I know the first half team was pretty swine. I mean, the second half, I mean, Alfreton kind of went that route one football, and that sort of inexperienced side did show, but it was nice for them to actually grind it and get the winner.
Yeah, and it was nice to see some of the youngsters really giving it a go. You saw the likes of Swan. I think he was quite decent in that first half. There was some, like I mentioned, Fauna, someone at the back. Finn back is someone that I didn't really know too much about. I actually on my football manager with Forest, he actually come pretty decent. So I'm keeping my eye out for him because of that. But no, I think yeah, it was nice to see some of the more inexperienced players get a go. And when you come up against a team like Alfreton with players like Matt Reed, it's not going to be easy. So you're going to have to be physical, and it'll show you what the physicality of non-league looks like, and it'll be good experience going into the league if they do get any chance in the first side.
Oh, definitely. Well, yeah, I do agree with it. I mean, Alverton not a pushover, but it was nice to see the Costa and especially Carvalho getting that
Yeah.
chance. It was nice to see Carvalho back in the shirt and sat there.
Yeah, you could hear the fans singing his name. He really splits opinion, to be honest. Because on Twitter, I saw like one tweet. Someone was like, if you don't think Carvalho's very good, you don't know much ball. But then there was another tweet directly below it saying Carvalho can't hack it. We need to get rid. So he really splits the opinion on the fan base. But I just want him to do well, because I know with him, like we've seen in flashes, if he gets the chance, and if he's on his day, he can be fantastic. So, I think if you stick with him, you might see his day more often. But we need to get performances out of him, first to really justify that, I'd say.
Would you like to see Carvalho get his chance more this season and not being in and out?
I think it depends really, because I think one of the reasons why he didn't really get much game time before was I heard to do with his attitude. Like he never really, he got dropped, and he never really asked the manager why he was dropped, what he can do to get back in the side. If he has a change in mentality, then definitely, if he wants to prove himself and show why he deserves to play, rather than just expecting to play, then yeah, definitely I'll give him a go. But I think based on quality, I mean, he can on his day, like I say, be fantastic. If we see that more often, then yeah, definitely I'd give him a go. If we can definitely see more from him. But yeah, I think I'd give him a go if he shows that he can do it more consistently.
Yeah. Sorry about that. My missus just walked in. So to talk about my suitcase. But yeah, I completely agree. I did hear about Carvalho with his attitude problems, and I mean it was under Sabu actually that Sabu used to chat for him a lot because of his attitude and how he went about things. So
I think he's the kind of player that, with what he can offer, he's someone in this league that could be invaluable. If he offers that, what we know he can bring. I always go back to that Middlesbrough game. He was exceptional, and if he can do that, like it doesn't have to be every game, but he can pull it out. Say, if he does it every other game or once every three, that could be enough to drag us through a game. Just one game of excellence, and it's really difficult to see him not starting, because you know what he can offer. But then when he does get his chance, he doesn't show it. So, yeah, I think the kind of player he is and the kind of thing he can offer in this league, he could be one of the best players in the league if he really puts his mind to it. But whether he will do or not is another story.
Yeah. I mean, it was nice to see Brennan get his goal on Saturday as well. I mean, he took that goal really well.
Yeah, I think it was a decent bit of play leading up to it, and he took the goal really well. I'm really excited to see how he performs. Obviously, at Lincoln, he was really good, and all their fans were really singing his praises. So I'll be interested to see how much game time he gets and how he'll perform in the Championship. Because you've seen likes with Tyler Walker, who went to Lincoln, did really well, couldn't quite cut it. But I think it'll be different with Johnson. I think he'll be just fine in this league with us.
Yeah, it was quite frustrating with Tyler. He got recalled back, scored that goal against Leeds. Then he never really got that chance to actually.
Yeah, it always seems like he'll come into the side, get one goal, Walker, and then be shipped back off on loan. But yeah, I think Johnson might be a mainstay in the side next season. I'd like to see that anyway.
Oh, definitely, and it was nice to see fans back in the ground as well on Saturday. Which, I mean, it does make that a lot more difference having fans there.
Yeah, I think, like you see with England, like the fans being there and the noise that they generate. I know not with the friendlies as much, but it can add that little edge to the players. They can go that little bit further because they've got the fans roaring them on, and they've got that, they can hear the fans sort of pushing them forward. And I think that could be big for us next season. Like you saw some of the games last year, if there were fans in the stadium, we would have made a right noise and shown them how unhappy we were, and it would have spurred them on, got them going forward. So I think it'll be definitely beneficial to have us back in. And it was, really nice to hear the Forest fans that went to the Alfreton game making some noise.
Yeah, I know we got 600 tickets or 800 tickets for Northampton. We got just over 1,000 for Crewe as well. So it'd be nice for everyone to get back into it. I mean, it will give a big boost for the youngsters as well to play in front of the fans.
Yeah, because I mean, we're obviously with COVID, we've not had any fans in obviously at all for a season and a half. So we'll have a lot of fans itching to get back into the stadium. So you'd say in these pre-season games, we'd probably fill out our allocation. So for these youngsters, it could be a real chance to experience what it's like to play in front of a full Forest away following. It could be a really good experience for them. Really could help them moving forward.
Oh, definitely. I do totally agree with that. I mean, the transfers wise, sounds like there've been a bit of movements today yesterday as well as today, with a couple of windows in that Philip Zinchenko and I'm trying to think of the other name, but there was that other window as well from Turkey.
Yeah, I saw his, but his name escapes me at the minute. I've never heard of him before, so he'll be an unknown quantity. I can't really say too much about him, but in terms of Zinchenko, I've seen a couple of Watford fans when we were linked to him saying that he's a good player. They'd probably say he's Premier League quality. So it's interesting to see that they're willing to let him go out on loan. But if he is as good as they make out, then I'll definitely take him in. Knockout came on loan from a team just promoted last year and had some moments of quality. So maybe we could see that again with this time with Zinchenko. It will be interesting to see how he does. And I don't know if there's a reason why he's going out on loan, but it could be their loss now again. I'll be interested to see how he does. But in terms of this other winger, I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but I've never heard him before.
Ndeo.
That's it. Yeah. But no, never heard of him before, so I don't really know too much about him. But who knows? Could be a good one.
Yeah, meant to be worth 4 million. Apparently, he had a quite good season last season. From where the club is at, so he scored 13 goals apparently.
Yeah, that sounds pretty good. And to be fair, there's been a large number of players who've come into the Championship who majority of fans would never have heard of. Like you look at Pukki, for example, and they've really took the league by storm. So it's not always bad going for someone that you don't know, someone you never heard of. He's a bit of an unknown quality to the fans that don't really follow his sort of league. So but you say 13 goals, why not? It's a goal scoring winger. We didn't really score very many last season, so it'd be nice to get someone in who can find the back of the net.
Yeah, we've also been linked. The Athletic has been saying that we are looking at James Garner and we are going to go in for him. So, and that's coming from the Manchester United Athletic reporter. So it sounds like there is going to be movement to try and get him in, but obviously that probably be down to Mike Ollie and if he does want him in the first team. Yeah,
that'll be be interesting to see whether or not we go in for him again. I'd like to see him come back because he looks like he's a cut above the Championship, and you've seen in some of the games last year, he did some things that you don't really expect from players in the Championship, and it'll be really nice to see if we can get him back. The fans love him, so imagine what it'll be like to see his performance with a full City ground. It'd be really nice. But no, I think it'll be definitely a positive if we can bring him in. It's not something that it's not a risk or anything because we know what he's like, and it'll be good for his development. It's a win for United as well. They see that we'll give him a big chance in the first team and really not build the team around him, but really focus play around him. And it's a no-brainer for both of us really, and I'd be happy to get him in.
Yeah, I mean, I said it quite a few times that for James Garner, if he goes to a Premier League club, we might not even play as much as they want, and especially at Man U, if you're going to keep him there, you're probably going to get the games in the League Cup and the FA Cup. So
Yeah.
for him to come, especially if he does come to Forest, he will get that game time and that development that he does need.
Yeah, I think there might be one or two teams near the bottom, maybe like Crystal Palace, who have offloaded a lot of players who might give him some time. But I think in the Championship, where he's sort of the main man, that'll be experience that's invaluable to him for when he does take that step up to Man United in maybe a couple of years' time. But yeah, to be somebody who the team's going to be built around and Ollie knows he's going to get the game time, then yeah, I think it definitely makes sense.
Yeah, definitely. So it'd be an interesting time, but it is starting to look like Forest are making movements. I mean, all the players that we have made contact with, do you think that that's coming from like the new recruitment team that we have put in place, or are they them sort of signings that they all made?
I don't know. I think with I mean, there's some of the players. Obviously, Garner is someone that I think if anyone came in, they would try and get in because they know what he did last season, and they know that if United are interested, then it's a no-brainer to get him in. But I don't know. It maybe with this other winger that I can't remember his name again, but he could be from the new recruitment team, someone that they might have picked up and looked at maybe getting before, and then they've come to Forest and we have a bit more money than maybe what they had before, so they could actually make that purchase. I don't know. It could be a bit of both, really, but I'm interested to see, what this new recruitment team offers and whether they've got any plans up their sleeve.
Yeah, and it sounds like another person that I just remembered. It is Ghent's left back, Milid Mohamedi as well, who have been linked with. I mean, Ghent's got that bit of a thingy for developing players. I mean, Kevin De Bruyne came from there, so
Yeah, he did Courtois as well.
yeah. So if we do get the left back in, could he be like a world class player like them two are?
I don't know. I guess time will tell, but we definitely need a left back. So to get him in wouldn't be a bad thing. But yeah, we'll see how he goes and see whether or not he'll be someone that will develop into a De Bruyne. But I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. It'll be nice if he does, but I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, Nune's gone out.
Yeah. I think
So,
he started well, Ianu, but I think after the Luton game where he got a red card, I don't think he really got much of a chance after that. Was kind of sent on loan. So yeah, I don't know. He's one of these players that we sort of bring in and then he has one or two games and he's gone again. So yeah, I think he looked decent, but if we can get somebody better than that, yeah, obviously that's definitely the better option.
yeah, I mean, it does make you think: is it Luton didn't like him, or was it because of they wanted to leave and wanted to do about degrees? Or I mean, he got to now.
Yeah, I don't know. Like you say, it could be a case of was he bought in before Houghton? I think he was.
Sam bought him.
Yeah, so yeah, it could be a case of that. It could be a case of Houghton's feeling, mate, he's not the kind of player I would want, so we'll let him go. Because I know he did say that he doesn't want players at the club who he doesn't want to be there, he doesn't think would fit his system. So that could be a reason. So yeah, if that is the case, then that's positive because Houghton's he's allowed to sort of build his own squad. But yeah, I don't know if he wanted to go back or go somewhere else, then fair play. But yeah, if it is for Houghton not wanting him at the side, it's not always a bad thing because he knows the players he wants, he knows sort of what he wants to build. So I'll be quite happy with that.
Yeah, I totally agree with that one. But yeah, it's just a matter now of see what's happening with Forest and just
Yeah.
But it does sound positive that they are identifying players that could improve Forest, or they might be doing it hard. Dane Murphy done it.
Yeah. Be interesting to see how he goes about it because I know at Barnsley they did bring in one or two players who were a bit unknown. They had that striker, his name DK or something like that.
Yeah.
He came in and he took them, he propelled them right up the table. So, I quite like it when a team takes a gamble on a player who is in a league that no one really looks at. Like you see it a lot with Brentford and Norwich. So if we could take some of that from what he did at at Barnsley, then yeah, it could be on something.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, but yeah, have you got anything topic that we like to talk about?
Not really, to be honest. I'm starting to feel a bit more excited for Forest. Obviously I had my lot of focus on England, and now that's sort of gone. Now I'm yeah, really looking forward to Forest, and yeah, can't wait for the season to start and get to games.
But yeah, I mean, looking forward to it. I mean, now Forest have coming back into seeing it. Quite looking forward to football being back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just hoping that this time is a decent season again. We had such a high with England. It would be nice for Forest to reach that sort of the playoffs or higher. But I think I saw something like Houghton's never finished below fourth in a full season as in the Championship. So let's hope they can do that for us.
Yeah, I mean, he is quite good at getting teams up there and building sides. So it will be interesting to see how we do it.
Yeah, but yeah, we'll have to wait and see, and hopefully this time next year we'll be talking about players we're bringing into the Premier League. But yeah, we can dream. We can dream.
Yeah. So I'd like to say thank you for Jack to coming on to the show.
Yep, thank you for having me.
Yes, I hope you guys do enjoy the show. I'd like to thank you and goodbye.